Well, g'day guys, we're back with the VT Commodore. And I just want to say, after that video that I put up a week ago, I cannot believe the positive response I got out of it. When I purchased the car, I thought it really could be a hit or a miss, particularly going from a VS SS and a VS 5 litre ute, going back down to a VT V6. I thought that might have been the wrong move, but yeah, it's been the polar opposite. So I was blown away by the positivity. So thank you very much, guys. It just goes to show that a certain crowd like a certain model. Obviously, some like VSs, some like VNs, some like VTs. So it's brought in a completely new crowd. So yeah, unbelievable. I was not expecting that. Before I purchased the car, I was thinking, you know, like I said, this might make me sink. But anyway, it's positive. So onwards and upwards. So yeah, here we are a week later with it, after that first video. So this episode, a couple of basic jobs. That'll be changing those bonnet struts. That's the first thing, so I can actually work on the car with the bonnet up without getting my head chopped off. Rocker cover gaskets, we'll get them changed, stop them oil leaks hopefully, and we'll suss out what's going on with that in-tank fuel pump, just that constant non-stop humming. So we'll get that sorted. We'll use another relay under the bonnet there, one of the spare ones, swap that with the fuel pump relay. Sometimes they burn out and go a bit funny, so we'll see what's going on there. If I change that around and it's still humming, doing its thing, well, then I would say it's obviously the in-tank fuel pump. So yeah, we'll get them 3 jobs knocked over, guys. I want to get it out of the shed as well, give that engine bay a good goon, a good clean up from all them oil leaks and dust and shit sitting there over the years. So yeah, anyway, sit back and enjoy, guys. Let's get into it. Rightio, guys. So first up, I'm going to be changing these bonnet struts on the VT Commodore. So they're knackered. They're holding on for dear life. So pretty simple job. You just got 2 bolts down here, 1, 2, and then up on the top part here, you got this little clip. You just got to get a screwdriver in that little groove there, and just simply pop that clip off the ball there. And put a new one on, simple as that. So I'll get that off and we'll go through the process. Righto, guys, so we've got 2 new VT bonnet struts here from Rare Spares. So these are the newies. Before we go putting the new ones on, we're just going to pre-pop these clips before we fit them. So simply just get a flat bladed screwdriver in there and just pop them up, not all the way off, to about there. So if we can see that, so that's just raised slightly. And as you can see there, it gives us full clearance inside. That'll pop straight onto that ball. Once that's popped onto the ball, we'll just pop that clip back down. And we'll do the same on the second one. Just get a flat blade in there, wiggle it in, just easily just wiggle her up. Somewhere about there. We are good to go. Righto, guys, so I'm going to take this old bonnet strut off. So I've got my trusty assistant, my wife. She's going to hold the bonnet up for me and film with the other hand. So simply just pop that clip off. Pop it off that ball. Move that out of the way. Undo these 2 bolts down here. Slide her out, and we'll go get a new one. Righto, guys, so we're going to fit up this new strut. So just reverse procedure. Simply put your bolts in. You can do it the other way if you want. Attach the top to the bonnet first. Whatever works for you, this just works for me. Nip them up hand tight. Oh, she's hot in the shed today. Rightio, I've just done up them bolts hand tight down there, guys. If we just go down and have a look, they're just hand tight. So we'll go back up. We'll just pop this end onto the ball there. Pop that clip down. You hear that little clip? She's in. Now we'll go back down to these bolts. We'll nip them up. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way to put these on, whatever works for you guys. This is just how I've always done it. Rightio, easy as that. We'll do the driver's side now. Yeah. Righto. First job on the VT is ticked off. New bonnet gas struts. Passenger side, I never filmed the right hand side, the driver's side. It is exactly the same as the left. So nice, easy little job to kick things off. Righto guys, so next up, I just want to see what's going on with this in-tank fuel pump. So when the car's running, the fuel pump's just humming non-stop. So I'm just going to try the relay, the fuel pump relay underneath the bonnet there. Just swap it over with another one and see what's going on there. So see if that's the problem. If not, more than likely it'll be a fuel pump if it's not a relay. So we'll just arc her up here at prime. Now, I don't know if you can hear that on camera, but it's just constantly humming. It's constantly on. So we'll pull the fuel pump relay out, swap it over with another one, see if we've got a dodgy relay. So according to our diagram, that's the fuel pump relay. Take that out. And that should be a spare one. Switch him over. Kick her in the guts. And if she's still constantly going, well, yeah, I dare say it's a in-tank fuel pump. Yeah, she's still going. So yeah, it's not a relay, so yeah, no, she's still humming. So that'll have to be changed. Next up, I'm going to attack them rocker cover gaskets. So pretty simple sort of a job. 6 bolts, so 2 on the top there, 2 below that, 1 on the bottom corner there, and 1 just there on the bottom right. So I'm only going to film changing one side. They're obviously both the same. Driver's side's a lot easier to get to. Passenger side, like you got all the air tube and all that here. But yeah, I'll probably take all that off, move all this out of the way, just for easier access as well. Just remove that engine cover. So once all that's out the way though, it's exactly the same left and right. New gasket over here. That's the new gasket there. You get 6 of those little grommets there, and also a new O-ring that you can see there. That's for the oil filler cap. And what you're going to need is a socket. That's a 3/8, a long extension and a medium extension. Let's get into it. Righto, so I've loosened off all 6 of those bolts. I thought I had the camera filming, but I didn't. Anyway, rookie mistake. So yeah, they're all loosened off. Nothing really to it. So now I'm just going to remove the rocker cover and we'll get that old gasket out. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and with the cloth with some brake cleaner and just clean up this surface here. We're lucky as well, like there's no bits of old gasket stuck in that groove that you can sort of see, which is handy. I've had that before where you've had to get the pick in there and pick out all sorts of old rubber gaskets out of that groove. It's a bit of a pain in the arse. Anyway. Get any gunk and grime and whatever out of there, so it helps it seal. So I'm not quite sure if you can see on camera there, but there's a little U cut out just where my finger is there. If you go to the other side, it's obviously not there. It's only on one of them. That's so you put the new gasket in the right position. So the gasket, as you can see there, it's got that little U molded onto it, whereas we come up here, all the others don't. So we'll just bang that on. So I've just cleaned that up the best I can. Should be fine. Now when you're putting this gasket in, you'll go to flip it over and most likely it's going to want to pop out. If it does, just a little bit of grease in the corners. That's all I've ever done in the past and it's always worked. So just a little bit of, not much, just a little bit of grease. Ideally some rubber grease, but multi-purpose is also fine. So that's sitting in there nicely. But yeah, I'll just lift up them corners, a little bit of grease, and when we go to put it back on the engine, it won't fall out on us. So here we've got our bolts, and they've got them little rubber grommets on them. So every gasket kit for an Ecotech comes with them. So just simply slide that off, obviously retain your bolt in that little shim there. That's a newie, simply slide her over the top. Pop her in, and we're all good. Just go along and do the same process for the remaining 5. Also, as I said before, you get an O-ring for your oil cap. So I've just got a pick here. We'll pick that old one off. Bang a new one on. There we go, new O-ring. Bloody hot in the shed again today. Jesus. So there we go, there's our 5 remaining bolts with the new rubber grommets on them. Just pop them into place. Beauty. That rocker cover is ready to be refitted, so what I'll do now before I do fit it, I'll just give that cylinder head just a bit of a wipe over, a bit of a clean up, so that surface is clean and ready to go. So just a little bit of grease in the corners. Nothing crazy, just a little bit. Just to help it stick into the corner there. Probably should have done this before I fitted it up, but anyway. It's been a long time, as I mentioned in the introduction video to the VT, since I've worked on Ecotechs. A long time. Be 15 to 20 years at least. Yeah, be prior to 2010, that's for sure. So since then it's been 5 litres and VFs and things like that, VEs. So as far as Ecotechs and Buicks and all that go, it has been a while, but it's all coming back to me. No doubt I'm probably doing something wrong or whatever, but anyway, it's coming back to me. Right, that should just help that gasket just stick in place. Help it seat in there. Like I said, you don't need a shit ton of grease. Just a little bit in them corners and on the side there just to help it stick. Rightio, so I've just given that surface on the cylinder head a good wipe down, good clean, make sure that's really clean, ready to go. So now I'm just going to fit up the rocker cover. I've just given it a bit of a rough degrease and a wipe over. I am going to get this car out of the shed and give the engine bay a good clean up, a proper degrease. So for now, I've just given the rocker cover a bit of a wipe over. And as you can see here, the grease theory is working. So there's the gasket. If you tip it up, it ain't going to fly out. So let's see if I can get this fitted up without any fuck ups. Righto, very good. That was too easy. So I'll go ahead and I'll nip up all 6 of those bolts. Job done. And we'll also check for leaks. Then, job done. Righto guys, so to do them back up, do the 4 centre bolts first, the top ones, the bottom, and then the left and the right corner. Don't over tighten them. You can sort of feel when you tighten them up, the bolts just sort of bottom out. That's enough. So those rocker cover gaskets on the driver's side are done, guys. Pretty simple sort of a job. So I will move on to the passenger side now. I won't film that. As I said earlier, it's exactly the same process as the driver's side. Apart from, if you want, you can take off all the airbox and that tubing and all that there just to get better clearance. And then we'll run the car, make sure we haven't got any leaks, and I also want to get the gurney in and just give her a bit of a clean up, like not a detail or anything, but just get all the old oil and shit and that off the engine bay there. Righto, both rocker cover gaskets are done. Had the car running for about 5, probably 10 minutes actually. No leaks whatsoever, so really, really good result. Happy days. Nice, simple, straightforward job. Passenger side, all I had to do was just undo that clamp and just pull that air induction tube out the way. But otherwise, like I said, same procedure. Now I just want to get in here with the gurney, give it a bit of a degrease. It's just really grubby and grotty, as you can see, just grime everywhere. Give that a good clean up. Not a detail or anything, but just get rid of all that old dirt and shit, oil, whatnot. Well, there you go, guys. That's just after a degrease and a pressure wash. No scrubbing or anything like that, just pretty basic. So it's cleaned up quite well. Got rid of a lot of old oil and grime and shit like that. So, you know, I will get in there at a later date and give it a full-on proper detail. But for now, it's cleaned up quite well. Very happy with that. Happy to report it's been running for probably 40 minutes. 0 oil leaks. So good result. Nice way to kick things off with the VT. So there you have it, guys. That is part one of the VT Resurrection done. A couple of simple little jobs just to kick things off. So yeah, it's really good just to get the ball rolling. So yeah, anyway, probably won't be working on it for a few weeks now. At the time of recording this video, it's Australia Day long weekend in a week's time. So I want to pull the SS out and the 5 litre ute. They need a really good going over and a really good clean as well. They've just been sitting in the garage doing nothing. So they've got a lovely layer of dust on them. We're going to clean them up and basically just be cruising around Australia Day long weekend. A couple of pub runs, things like that. So really looking forward to that. Yeah, and in the meantime, as far as the VT goes, I've just got a massive parts list there, so I'll just be ordering a heap of parts online. And in a couple of weeks' time, we'll get stuck back into it again. So yeah, that's a wrap, guys. Part one done. Hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, we'll see you later.